Hi everyone, I hope you're having a great Galactica day. And please consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't already and giving this episode a thumbs up. Today we are taking a look at both Mattel Battlestar Galactica action figure gift sets that were available in 1979. Now the first one is the one on the bottom that has the 6 original figures. You see the Ovion, the Imperious Leader, a Cylon Centurion, Muffy the Daggett in his updated colors, and Commander Adama and Lieutenant Starbuck. Now this figure 6-pack was initially a department store exclusive. Mattel liked to take care of old brick and mortar clients, and they produced this just for those. It could not be purchased, say, by the buyer from Toys R Us. It was meant for stores like Macy's, A&S, Montgomery Ward's, those type of retail outlets that had very, very small pop-up Christmas departments during the holiday season. Now this set is highly desirable to not only Galactica collectors, but to action figure collectors in general, because it has the first 6 figures in it. It's also almost impossible to find one in a high-grade box because the box is so fragile. Usually the windows are loose. The tape that Mattel used to seal both ends, as well as the Cylon and Colonial Warrior weapons to the backer board, usually disintegrates over time. So it's almost impossible to find one in a pristine mint example. So if you do find one of these, expect to see it crushed or beat up, or the window might even be lost. But it's well worth your attention because it will make a great display piece for you. Now, if you were lucky to receive this 6-pack in 1979, you got the Chase figures. You didn't have to go crazy looking for them. You have the Cylon Centurion as well as Lieutenant Starbuck. Those were the 2 hardest figures to find in 1979. And you're going to notice the date here says 1978. That's a mistake. This came out in 1979. And now we are taking a look at the second gift set that Mattel issued in 1979. The 4-figure pack, otherwise known as the Strange Aliens set. Now this set was part of Mattel's Battlestar Galactica general merchandise line, meaning that any retailer could have ordered it, and many of them did. In fact, it was a bestseller, and Mattel had a hard time keeping this in stock for a short period of time. Now the reason for that is that even though Galactica was canceled during the spring of 1979, there was the movie, which was a huge hit, as well as the fact that the show became a giant ratings success in syndication. So there was a demand for Battlestar Galactica action figures, especially the Cylon and Muffy the Daggett. Now this set, which is dated 1979, is much more common than the 6-pack, but still very, very valuable and desirable to Galactica and action figure collectors. Now this set suffers from the same condition problems as the 6-pack. Usually these can be found today in a crushed box with a missing or loose window, and it has the same problems with the tape that Mattel used that disintegrates over time. And here are both gift sets side by side. Just look how beautiful that is. Just an awesome piece of Battlestar Galactica memorabilia. Now the prices on these have really skyrocketed over the past few years. Expect to pay between $400 and $600 for the 4-pack, and a minimum of $2,000 for a high-grade example of the 6-pack. So I hope you enjoyed this episode, everyone. A look at 2 fantastic pieces of Mattel Battlestar Galactica merchandise from 1979. Please let me know in the comments below if you have these in your collection, if you were one of the lucky kids to receive it back in 1979. I would love to know your thoughts on them. I will see you in the next episode, everyone. Have a great Galactica day.